Clutter is just the worst. I hate it. Who likes clutter? Probably no one. It's eclectic. Homes can be eclectic. You can be a collector, and it can look nice and tasteful, but most of the time it just really gives us the ick. When you walk into a space that has really stuffed countertops, do you feel good, or do you feel like my shoulders are tense and I have no desire to cook in here? Because that's usually how I feel. If you have nice clean counters and if they're clear, it makes me feel calm. And that is the calm I want for you and the calm we're going to be chasing today. When I try to clean my house, I usually try to stick with how do I clean those flat surfaces first, because it's the flat surfaces that they love collecting clutter. They love being drop zones. They love just being available like an over-available doormat, and we're going to stop that cycle because they deserve a time to shine, and you deserve the mental space to feel good in your home. The secret to all of this isn't some dumb 10-minute routine. It isn't something that promises you can declutter your whole house in 2 hours, because that doesn't work. But what does work is behind here. The answer is that you're going to take things out of your cabinetry, your drawers, your baskets, whatever you have under flat surfaces in your house, and you're going to really take a look at them almost like beachfront real estate and say, do you deserve to be in here? I don't think you do. And we're going to play a game called the Clutter Hunt. And here are the rules. The reason that decluttering challenges are really hard for those of us with ADHD is that they become these massive projects. We're gonna dig in. We're gonna get this all done. We're gonna make a mega mountain of stuff and I'm gonna get it out of my house. And then we burn out and get tired halfway through, and I don't want that for you. No one wants that for you. And that is exactly why we need multiple things. 1, it needs to be short. 2, it needs to be flexible with a clear end time for us. And 3, we are allowed to keep going if we have the energy, but keep those clear end points. We also need to gamify. Gamifying things works really well for me. It's not a novel concept, but we have to find a way to make it interesting. I need some skin in the game, in order to make this fun and enjoyable. And that's why we call it the Clutter Hunt, because I like the analogy. Like, if you have kids, are you like, why can't you help clean up? Like, I'm trying to teach my kids how to clean up. I was like, I have seen you at an Easter egg hunt, and I have seen how fast you can pick up 500 different Easter eggs. Why can't you clean up the 500 things you left on the playroom floor? And that is where the Clutter Hunt came. I was like, duh, why don't I think of it as fast as I can, I'm going to open this cabinet, and at a surface level, I'm going to decide really quickly, haven't used you in a long time, get out of my life, I don't need you anymore, this is just collecting dust. Even though I have space to keep you, you need to come out of this cabinet. Because again, think of those cabinets as beachfront property. You are going to maximize every square inch of the things that are under your flat surfaces, and they don't have any business being in there. If they are wasting time, if they are used once in your life, maybe you take it out 1 or 2 times a year. No, what we're going to do is, in an Easter egg hunt, do you think kids are like, wow, I need to evaluate if this is a worthwhile egg? No, they're like, there's an egg, I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to put it in my basket. You're going to have a donation box and a trash bag, and you're going to find as many things as fast as possible in 10 minutes in one specific flat surface space. That's what we're focusing on today. When I first started this video idea, I thought it was going to be so cute. I was going to be like, oh, I have 2 hours and I have 12 flat surfaces in my house. I could do a video about how I was able to declutter my whole house in 2 hours. Well, I can tell you, spoiler alert, that doesn't work that well. And I got tired and I had to film over several days. So that's why I'm here to say, schedule it before you're going to have trash pickup. That's a great motivator. I highly recommend thinking about doing it over a weekend so you have multiple days. Maybe grab a friend, grab someone that wants to do it with you. But also just know you have a stopping point. So those are the clear rules. Here they are again, because I probably rambled. And let's roll up our sleeves and see how many spaces we can hit. This is how many reusable bags I get when I do pickup orders from my grocery store. Something that always surprises me when I do declutter projects like this, that despite the number of years I have spent trying to dig out of the mess that I let accumulate essentially since 2020 and beyond, is how much trash I have been living with. Oh, hello. And it's always incredible to me what I have been just keeping in my house. Something that resonated with me with someone who put a comment on my video, she really reminded me that just because I don't want it to go to a landfill doesn't mean that I should let my house be a landfill. My dog is overjoyed by the amount of clutter we removed. Look at that tail wag. Anyway, so here I am on day 2. I was like, yeah, I ran out of steam. And this is where I think it's important that with these types of projects, especially those of us with ADHD, is we get distracted. So even though I had every 10 minutes, I was allowed to stop if I wanted to, a lot of these rooms had messes in them and clutter in them that were all interwoven and connected. So the fact that I had a piano as well as a bookshelf to clean in here that had overflowing piano books, that's why my piano gets cluttered. My piano's also cluttered because I have not put away my Christmas tree yet, people. It is January 15th at the time of recording, and my winterized tree is still up. So you get motivated in order to work on those projects and just feel good about it. Then once that project was done and I was like, boom, put away a lot of the Santa Claus Christmassy red stuff. Now my home and downstairs is like winterized. And then upstairs, it's kind of that zone where I let a lot of Amazon packages go to die. And that's where I've been living with a bunch of junk and clutter in my room. And I just let it sit there and it feels like bleh. And so by clearing that out, you're like, yes, I am winning. I am feeling motivated. And that's what brought me to my kids' bathroom. This vanity, y'all, I like it, but my daughter has already become a little Sephora obsessed. We're talking about clean beauty and skincare and all that, but her collection has grown so much that it was apparent I needed more than 10 minutes in here. And so it was very clear to me that she needed some help. So this is me just looking through this footage. Yikes. Anyway, removing vitamins that are no longer chewable because they have grown stale. This whole vanity just really needed help. Oh, it looks so much better. Yes. Sometimes it needs more than 10 minutes. And in this case, going back to our rules, I had the energy to do it. So that's why we did it. Man, I do love a good before and after. High-fiving myself. Back to a kid's bedroom. Kid's bedroom, they're just treasure troves. It's just where it needs a little bit of a tweak. And the neat thing about kid rooms is that hobby interests change over time. So she had a lot of loose jewelry that needed to be put away. So for Christmas, she got a nice little jewelry box. So I helped with that. But then also she has like a hobby that she hasn't been doing as much, and it's taking up a lot of real estate in her room. And I was like, girl, we're just going to remove this. We're not going to get rid of it, but it doesn't need to live in your room. So I did spend some extra time putting these back into places where they belonged. Like, look at that. Okay, full disclaimer, some of that trash was actually removed from another place I decluttered right before Christmas. So it does look a little dramatized. I can't say that word right now. I also thought it was valuable for today to talk about the thing that no one ever likes to talk about. And this is why ADHDers in particular, including me, like to avoid these projects. Even as a professional organizer working on a team of organizers, the service, the company that I work for, we will remove your donations, your just boom, it gets it out of your house. Like that is the part that I struggle with the most. So I just wanted to show you a realistic picture that this is why those get your house decluttered in 2 hours is unrealistic, because this whole garage situation took me about an hour in order to sort through the donations, find the trash, bulk everything up, and load it into my car. It takes a lot of brain power, but I have a full car and I drive it right over to Green Drop, and that is gone. Like those donations are out of my house. I also lined it up. That was a Sunday afternoon when I was doing all of that trash recovery, and it was right in time for my trash and recycling pickup. And this is something that I do, that sometimes I'm really good at moving messes, but not getting it out of my house. And my husband has never been able to park in our garage because half of our garage is full of crap. And so this was my commitment to him to say, I'm doing this project, but I'm going to see it through, right? I'm going to see it through, Millie. And I did. And I was really proud of myself. Now, this is evidence that if you have several days, you can split it up over several days. You can do a crazy power hour of maybe 5 different places, but realistically, maybe more like 4. And make sure you build in the time to get it out of your house. Don't do the cat in the hat comes back strategy of just, they move the mess like around and around and around, and then it becomes this ginormous mess. And like, you're good at doing that, but you need to follow through with that last part. So don't lose steam, and you're gonna feel so much better. At the end of the day, what I want for you is to feel like you can walk into spaces around your home and feel calm. We are always chasing the calm. It helps us with our ADHD symptoms and managing home life so much better, so we can focus on ourselves. We don't want visual clutter being such a visual eyesore, but we also don't want it to be an emotional one. If you can, please put a comment down below. I would love to hear about the space that you're tackling this week. Sometimes when you put it down on a piece of paper or type it out to a friend, it really means you're gonna do it. So I expect you down there in the comments. Please let me know. If you haven't had a chance yet, please click that subscribe button because it really helps out my little channel. Next, I recommend that YouTube suggests these other videos, and you should check them out because they're gonna have something that's useful for you. See you next time.